of Fit and Fine at Your Places. I'm Priyanka Vish from Arden Progressive School. In this session, we'll be starting with the third chapter of accountancy, which is admission of a partner. In the previous chapter, we have studied about the accounting treatment for partnership firm, where we have learned how to prepare profit and loss appropriation account of a partner and also partner's capital account. With that, we have also studied about the past adjustment, calculation of interest on drawings, calculation of interest on capital, and also minimum guarantee of profit given to a partner. Here in this chapter, we will be studying what will be the effect and accounting treatment when there is an admission of a new partner. So first topic of this chapter will be goodwill. Now, as we know, in the previous class also we have studied about goodwill. Goodwill is an intangible asset. It is an intangible assets. And we know intangible assets comes in the category of fixed assets, which is also called non-current asset. We have studied about this in the previous class also. Non-current assets or fixed assets, they are classified into two categories. First is tangible assets, second is intangible assets. So we have studied about tangible assets. Tangible assets are those assets which have its physical existence, that means which we can see or touch. For example, plant, machinery, motor vehicle, etc. But intangible assets are those assets which do not have their physical existence, which cannot be seen or which cannot be touched. Only its presence can be felt. For example, goodwill, patents, copyright, trademark, etc. So what is exactly goodwill? Goodwill is good name or reputation. It is a good name or reputation earned by a firm through the hard work and honesty of its owner. So if a firm will render good services to the customers, then the customers who are satisfied, they will come again and again, and the firm will be able to earn more profits in the future. So basically it means reputation of the firm. By this we can conclude that goodwill is the value of reputation of a firm which enables it to earn higher profit in comparison to normal profit earned by other firms which are engaged in same trade. So it is clear that goodwill is the value of reputation of a firm. It is a reputation of a firm which enables the firm to earn higher profit in comparison to normal profit earned by the other firm which are engaged in the same trade. That means if one firm is having a good reputation and the another firm is engaged in the same trade but not having such reputation in the market, then the goodwill or the profit earned by that firm will be more than the normal profit earned by the other firm which is engaged in same trade. So this is what the concept of goodwill is. So here characteristics of goodwill can be: first, goodwill is an intangible asset which cannot be seen or touched. Second, it is a valuable asset. It is a valuable asset because it enables the firm to earn higher profit, and it helps in earning excess profit. So if a firm is having a good reputation in a market, then the profit earned by the firm from its goodwill is more than the normal profit. So now we will see why there is a need for valuation of goodwill in a partnership firm. So there are various circumstances where the valuation of goodwill is necessary in the partnership firm. These circumstances can be: first, when there is change in profit sharing ratio among the existing partners. So whenever there is change in profit sharing ratio among the existing partners, there comes a need for valuation of goodwill in partnership. Second, when a new partner is admitted. So when the new partner is admitted, then also there is a need for valuation of goodwill. Third, when a partner die or retire. So when the partner, any of the partner dies or retire, then also there is a need for valuation of goodwill. Next, when the firm is sold. So even when the firm is sold, there is a need for valuation of goodwill in partnership. And the last is when the firm amalgamate with the other firm. So here, when the existing firm it joins hand with the another firm, this is known as amalgamation of partnership firm, and with the amalgamation of this partnership firm, there is a need for valuation of goodwill. So these are the circumstances due to which the need for valuation of goodwill arises in partnership firm. Now, as we know, goodwill is an intangible asset. That means it does not have any physical existence. We cannot see and touch goodwill. So question arises, how can we calculate the value of goodwill? So there are some methods for valuation of goodwill. These methods are, there are three methods by which the value of goodwill can be calculated. First is average profit method. Second is super profit method, and third is capitalization method. So these are the three methods by which we can easily calculate the value of goodwill. First, we will be discussing about average profit method. Now, the first method is average profit method. So, average profit method is a very simple method and it is widely followed method for the valuation of goodwill. So, here in this method, the goodwill is valued on the basis of number of past profit of the business, and to find out the value of goodwill, formula is value of goodwill is equal to average profit multiplied by number of year of purchases. So this is the formula, average profit multiplied by number of year of purchases. So here question arises, why only average profit? We know the buyer always wants to know, or he wants to estimate the future profit, and future profits depends upon the average performance of the business in the past. So here average performance can be calculated by average profit. So average profit basically indicates the value of goodwill here. Now there are some factors which is to be kept in mind while calculating average profit. These factors are, first is abnormal income should be deducted from net profit of that year. So whatever the abnormal income which is earned by the firm in the current year, it should be deducted from net profit while calculating average profit. So while calculating average profit, we will not consider the abnormal income. Second, abnormal loss should be added back to the net profit of that year. So whatever the abnormal loss which is beared by the firm of the current year, it should be added back to the net profit while calculating average profit. Next, income from investment should be deducted from net profit of that year. So whatever income the business is getting from its investment, it should be deducted from the net profit of that year while calculating average profit, because income from investment is considered as income received from the outsiders. So these are the three factors which is to be kept in mind while calculating average profit. So now we will be solving one numerical question based on average profit method. Question is, calculate goodwill of the firm on the basis of 3 years purchase of the average profit of the last 5 years. The profits of the last 5 years were, in the year 2013 to 2014, profit is amounted to rupees 4 lakh. 2014 to 2015, rupees 5 lakh. 2015 to 2016 is 60,000, which is a negative balance here. 2016 to 2017, 1,50,000, and 2017 to 2018 is 2,50,000. Now additional information is also given. First, on 1st January 2016, a fire broke out which resulted into loss of goods of rupees 3 lakh. A claim of 70,000 was received from the insurance company. Second information is, during the year ended 31st March 2017, the firm received an unexpected tax refund of rupees 80,000. So here we have to calculate the value of goodwill according to the average profit method. So now according to the question, profits of 5 years has been given in the question, where in the year 2015 to 2016, the firm has suffered a loss of 60,000. Now according to the additional information, on 1st January 2016, which comes in the accounting year of 2015 to 2016, in that year there was a loss of goods due to fire amounting to rupees 3 lakh, and out of which 70,000 has been received from insurance company. We will understand it. First we will write all the profits earned by the company in the different year. So here we will write the year, and here we will write the amount of profit or loss earned or suffered by the business. So first year is 2013 to 2014 and the profit earned during this year is rupees 4 lakh. Next we have 2014 to 2015 and the profit earned during this period is rupees 5 lakh. Now in the year 2015 to 2016, we know the company has suffered a loss of rupees 60,000. As 60,000 is given in the bracket, which means it is a negative balance. That means the company has suffered a loss. And in the information it is given that during the year 2015 to 2016, on 1st January, the company has suffered a loss of 3 lakh goods. So 3 lakh goods were destroyed by the fire and a claim of 70,000 has been received from the insurance company. That means again there is a loss because full amount is not being received from the insurance company. Full amount of loss is not being compensated by the insurance company. So here the remaining loss will be 2,30,000. Now this loss is an abnormal loss and we know while considering or while calculating the average profit, one factor has to be kept in mind, which is abnormal losses are always added to the profit of that year. So here the firm is already suffering the loss. We will add 2,30,000 as abnormal loss. So here we can see there is less amount of negative balance and more amount of positive balance. So here by solving this we will get a greater value amounting to rupees 1,70,000. So this is the amount of profit for the year 2015 to 2016. Next we have in the year 2016 to 2017, profit earned by the company is 1,50,000. And in the year 2017 to 2018, in this year there is some information given that on 31st March 2017, the firm received an unexpected tax refund of rupees 80,000. So here we know the company was earning a profit of rupees 2,50,000 in this year, and we know whatever tax refund is received by the company, it is considered as abnormal gain, and abnormal gain are always deducted from the profit of that year. So there is an abnormal gain amounting to rupees 80,000. So here we will get, by solving this, we will get amount of 1,70,000 as profit of the current year. So this is the total profit of 5 years. Total amount of profit earned by the company during the past 5 years will be 13,90,000. This is the total profit. Now to calculate average profit. Average profit is calculated as total profit divided by number of years. So here total profit is rupees 13,90,000 and this amount of total profit is of last 5 years of the company. So we will divide it by 5. We will get the amount 2,78,000. So 2,78,000 is the amount of average profit. Now we have to calculate the value of goodwill. We know the formula for calculating the value of goodwill is average profit multiplied by number of years purchased. So here we can see average profit is 2,78,000, and number of years purchased is given in the question. It is 3 years purchase. So we will multiply it by 3. So we will get the answer 3,84,000 as the value of goodwill. So this is how we will calculate the value of goodwill according to the average profit method. So in this session we have learned about the first type of method for valuation of goodwill. In the next session we will be discussing about the two more methods, which is super profit method and capitalization method. That's all for today. Thank you.